Hello everybody, it's JD. It's JD's Junk Drawer. Today we are gonna kind of go over, is this seller's lifestyle for you? What kind of person do you need to be to do an e-commerce business and sell from home? Doing the thrifting, reselling, crafting, that nature. Primarily we're talking about Etsy, eBay, Bonanza. If you're into other platforms as well, I know there's like Poshmark, Mercari, and things like that. This is kind of just going to be that generalization. E-commerce, e-selling. There are so many different kinds of lifestyles and types of people selling online today that it is really just crazy. You could be doing a 9-to-5 job, or you could be a stay-at-home parent. You could be somebody just graduating from school who's having a hard time finding yourself in the job market, or you could be somebody who's just a really, really driven entrepreneur. It's really endless, and the amount you put into this is the amount that you're going to be rewarded. This is not one of those jobs where you can just take some items, list it on a website for sale, and sit around playing video games all day until things start selling. And then next thing you know, you're making it in life, and you got cash flow and this and the other thing. No, that's not how this works at all. You need to dedicate a ton of your time to this craft. You're gonna have to do marketing. You're gonna have to learn how to sell online through all these different kinds of platforms using the internet as a tool. You're gonna have to do all the social medias for self-promotion. You're gonna have to do the footwork for getting new product. You're gonna have to jump through hoops as far as trying to stand out and be your own identity and not be a clone of somebody else. There are so many aspects to this, but I don't want to discourage you, okay? If you're the type of person who loves problem solving and you love challenging yourself and you just want to have fun and make some money, this might be for you. You just have to be dedicated. That's the main thing I want to start off saying before we go any further into this is, if you aren't going to be dedicated, if you can't at least put aside a day or two out of your week to do this sort of thing, I don't really recommend going any further personally. You do what you want though, prove me wrong, please, prove me wrong. But if you do have that kind of time, we'll keep going and we'll cover a few other things. So I do want to say that if you are a part-time worker, if you are maybe disabled in some sort of way, if you are a stay-at-home parent, this could very easily be your thing. I am all of those things. I used to be a full-time fabricator. Now I kind of do fabrication contracting, where when I do work, I'll work for a steady couple days and I will get a pretty good paycheck from it. And then I'll kind of wait for a amount of time until the next job comes up, until, I'm needed again pretty much, because the fabrication I do is very niche. And I'm okay with that. I like that. I used to work 12 hours a day, 5 to 7 days a week, and I hated it. I'm not going to do that anymore. I like being my own boss. So I'm very self-motivated as a person. So that was the first thing. Like I work part-time. I have a lot of time to fill. This is a great way to fill the void. Disabled. I am actually recovering from a few different surgeries. I don't want to get too far into it. It is kind of my personal life, but I will say that I did have pretty intense lower back surgery involving my spine. So my lifting ability isn't there really anymore. I have to kind of be careful with what I do. I've had to kind of eliminate some hobbies in life, and that has kind of, made it so I'm limited in what I can do as far as the job market. It's limited my fabrication work a lot. So this is a great way to make up for that. I've ran my own businesses in the past. I've always been self-motivated as far as entrepreneurship. So I figured this was a great way to do that. And then the third thing I had mentioned, parents. Maybe you're a stay-at-home mom. Maybe you're a stay-at-home dad. That is my role. My wife works for the American Red Cross, actually, and she works a 9 to 5. So I'm responsible for dropping our kid off and picking our kid up, making sure she's fed, all this other good stuff that goes along with parenting. As well as that, my child has autism. She has some special needs. So having a parent at home is kind of crucial. So again, I have a lot of free time in that aspect of my life. So this made a lot of sense because I can work my own hours and work my own schedule, and I can kind of fit that in my free time throughout the midday. So if those are anything sounding like you, maybe this is for you. Maybe this is worth investing more time in research. So I do want to say, I know people who do this kind of lifestyle while working a 9 to 5. Those kinds of people that I have just mentioned, I don't want to generalize, but a lot of them are bachelorettes, people who are single, and they have a lot of free time on their hands, and they're trying to stay busy as far as the hustle goes. Totally cool. I get it. And if that's you, jump on some e-commerce. This could very easily be a great way to fill your weekends. Maybe you're the kind of person who doesn't like to go party. You like to stay kind of, cut and dry, by the books. Boom. Here you go. Great way to have a second income coming in. And it's not just about the money, too. I'm going to say, it's just fun. I enjoy the hunt. I love going around and looking for cool stuff. I'm that guy who impulse buys when I find cool things. It's just kind of how I've always been in life. And now I can do that and not regret it. I can buy something that's a great deal that I'm into. I can own it for a while. I can enjoy it. And then when I'm ready, I can pass it along to the next person and I can find a good home for that item. And then I can recoup my money, make some money on it, potentially, and everybody wins, It's really cool. Again, that's why I really love it for musical instruments and stuff like that. Great way for myself to experience those kinds of things. It's a great thing as far as if you're into if you're into hobbies and you like transitioning to different hobbies often, this could also be a great thing for you. I know people who are always constantly trying new things and they're into it until they're not into it anymore, and then they move on to the next thing. And that's totally cool. I understand. I think it's a great way to live. And if that's you, it's a great way to get rid of your stuff and not start looking like a hoarder. Have that problem a little bit. If you're one of those people who, you've done a lot in life and you've acquired some things and it's starting to kind of be a problem, this might be your thing too. Maybe you don't want to do it full time. Maybe you just want to get rid of some items. Start the research, start the game, jump online. It's not hard. I started selling on e-commerce in one day. In about 12 hours spent sitting right here on the computer, gathering items, taking photos, I was in. It's that easy. So if this is sounding great to you, jump on board, please. The community is great. Everyone's very friendly. There's so many different niche markets that it's not one of those cutthroat kind of games. Everyone's kind of just stoked to see people working for themselves and, having a good time and enjoying the hunt in life. So please, if this has helped you at all, hit that like button. It's going to help out my channel tremendously. Leave a comment below. any kind of constructive criticisms you have about the video, any questions that you have, any just general comments, please try to keep everything positive. We really don't need more negativity in this world. And if this is sounding like, it's helping you out, please subscribe. We're trying to hit that 1,000 mark, and it's going to help me out tremendously if you can. And with that, I'm JD. Thank you for watching. You all have a great day.